Okay, today we're going to look at Caro mio ben. This is one of the last sort of easy introductory pieces. We're upping the difficulty again because we have a more complicated key signature. There's a lot more moving around the keyboard that we're going to see in this piece. Caro mio ben, which is attributed in this particular score to Giuseppe Giordani. And this is really like that basic Italian entry-level art song. If you talk to any singer, they will more than likely know this piece or know of it. It is really stunning. It's one of my favorites, especially when it's really sung well. It's a lovely piece. So let's look at the score. As always, key signature, time signature first. So we are in E flat major and we are in 4/4. One of the things I like to point out is that we start on beat 3. It's stupid, but I had played this piece for 20 years and didn't notice that it started on beat 3 with an accent, so it feels like beat 1 till like 2 years ago. It was actually really annoying. But our tempo marking is larghetto. That quarter note equals 60 is editorial. It's a good place to start, but that might be a little bit slow for some of your younger singers. So again, just to be clear, when you get your click track for this, you're going to have a bar for nothing, and then it starts the bar up. So you'll get click, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. Bar for nothing, and then the bar that you start, right? So you're going to have to count 2 extra beats. So as we're looking through this, we're still in the realm of pretty chordal. We do have a melody line over our chords. Again, like always, I want to make sure that that melody and my bass line stick through. If I'm going to cut anything out in this piece, I'm going to cut out the middle notes. So if this is all you can do, this is enough. That will give my singers something to hang on to, right? As I'm flipping through it, it's pretty much a lot of the same motion. I want to be aware of that because my hands are going to have to move. I don't have to pick up and move, but it's a register change. So I want to be aware that it's coming. And we turn the page. Notice top of the page, right after the page turn. I swear some editors just decide that they want to make our lives difficult. I have a complete and total register change. My hands have to pick up from where they've been, jump octaves. The motion is 8th note motion, so it's going to continue to move. So I need to be aware that that's coming before I even start my sight read. Again, if I just have to play the melody line and the bass line, that's enough. I'm going to continue to flip through this. I have some nice left-hand melody going along there. And some accidentals I want to be aware of through here. Big thing, this ensemble moment, especially if I'm reading this with a singer, I want to be aware that I need to slow down, but also that I have in the vocal line, the singer has a portamento. So there's a good chance, unless this is a very, very young singer, that they're going to hold through. So I need to make sure that I don't slow down too much and just be aware of what's going on with them as well as myself so that we can navigate that easily. Turn the page, more of the same. It's actually almost an exact repeat, a lot of the same thematic material. We get a little bit of a coda here. And last but not least, this. I have a con la voce. The singer has a fermata. So I have to wait for them. But more than that, I start on beat 4 before they sing. So the singer also needs to be aware of that. Oftentimes the singer forgets about that chord. So that little ensemble moment needs to be aware of. And lastly, my play out is exactly it is exact, not almost. It's the exact same thematic material as I had from the interlude over here. So that's what I would notice as I flip through that. So let's go ahead and read the piece. Okay, so how did it go? This is a really great piece to practice sight reading for the continual motion, and just we're kind of mashing everything up that we've read so far into one gigantic piece, right? Well, okay, it's not gigantic. That was better, but let's try this again. Okay, so how'd you do? This piece kind of puts everything that we've read so far into one piece. We have harmonic reading, we have shapes and patterns, we have a melody line that I need to pay attention to. I have hands that are jumping registers. I have to read ahead for some page turns. All of that is wrapped up into this piece. So again, if we look at our score, what's my next step? The steps are the same. I'm going to learn the notes and rhythms, and then I'm going to dig into the text and find an IPA transcription. I'm going to translate the piece. I am going to sing through while I play so that when I meet my singer for our next rehearsal, I'm in a good place to have a conversation about this piece, right? Again, as for translation, just to get on the soapbox of it really is worth it to have an actual translation. This is completely poetic. We're not, thou all my bliss, believe but this, when thou art far, my heart is lorn. It has a lot of the right flavor for the actual translation of this text, but it's not a literal word for word translation. So we need to have some exactitude in our translation, right? Sorry, there's a dog walking around my office. That's what you can hear behind me. So again, I'm going to do all my text work and then I'm going to sing it while I play, right? If you want a hard copy PDF of this piece or an IPA transcription or a translation, you can find those at my website, which is www.emilywilliamspianist.com. There's also a bit of help with diction. If you're brand new to IPA and you're brand new to diction study, you can find some help there as well. So otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you for our next piece.